Hello, my name is Nina. I'm here with Molly Girl, and today I'm going to be filming the Unpopular Opinions Book Tag. I have my laptop right here with all my answers. First of all, this tag was created by the Book Archer. This is a super old tag, but I feel like because I'm a new booktuber, it's great to do this tag because it tells you a little bit about my reading tastes, and it's a little controversial, and it's just fun. I don't want any hate comments. It's like my second video, guys. Leave me alone. If you like the books that I'm talking about, which there's a good chance you will, it's fine, okay? It's fine. That's a popular disclaimer that I am tired of hearing of, so I'm not gonna say anything more. The first question might be the most controversial, and that is a popular book or series that you don't like. I have plenty of answers for this, but I'm going to get the most controversial one out of the way first. The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. I was convinced I was gonna like this because I bought it. And when I do buy books now, they're always secondhand. So the fact that I bought this with like real money from Chapters says that I wanted to enjoy this, and I thought I was going to. It wasn't what I was expecting, and what I don't like in books is when the narrator knows stuff that the characters don't, and the narrator keeps on telling the reader about that, and that's what happens in this one. It's told from the perspective of Death, and obviously Death knows what's going to happen, so I didn't like this. Another book series that I didn't like was The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. Ow! I can just hear the rage. I can feel the rage now. I liked the friendship between the boys, so I think I will continue on with the series, but Blue kind of annoyed me the whole time. She didn't stand out to me as a character. Like tarot cards and stuff, that's just not really my thing, and so I wasn't super invested in that part, which is a huge part of The Raven Boys, obviously. The next question is a popular book or series that everyone else hates but you love. I don't really have one for this. The one that comes to mind most is Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare. Everyone I know has had to read this in school. I really liked it when I read it in school. Everybody else hated it, but I still didn't love it. The highest rated book that I have on my read books that is the lowest rated on Goodreads was Level 2. I read that in 2013, I believe, and I wouldn't say that's a popular series. Third question, a love triangle in a book or series where the main character ended up with the person you did not want them to end up with. I don't have one for this either. Most of the time I'm on the bandwagon for who I want the character to end up with. In Pivot Point though by Casey West, this is one of my favorite Casey West books, and not enough people talk about it, so I wanted to plug it. It was one of those love triangles where you couldn't really tell who she was going to choose. Depending on how you look at it, she ended up who I didn't want her to have. If you've read this book, like, maybe don't comment down below because I don't want spoilers, but like talk to me about it please, because no one's read this book and it's wild. The fourth question is a popular book genre that you never reach for. For this I'm going with thriller. I still love thriller, but I just haven't read very much of it. I read The Girl on the Train, but like that's the only one I can think of. I have a bunch on my shelf. I'm just looking over there. I can see You by Carolyn Kepnes, The Line Game by Ruth Ware, The Couple Next Door by somebody, and Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn, but I just don't typically reach for those, even though I think I would really enjoy them. A popular or beloved character that you do not like. My nose is so itchy. Sorry. It's because I went in the pool today and there's insane chlorine levels. Anyways, for this question I am going with Shallan from The Way of Kings. I read The Way of Kings so slowly, and it's because I would not want to read Shallan's chapters ever. I was there for Kaladin and I loved him, but Shallan absolutely drove me crazy. 6 is a popular author you can't seem to get into. For this I'm going with Gail Forman. I've tried reading 2 of her books. I tried reading If I Stay and Just One Day. Both of them I read like quite a bit into, and then I just stopped because I just did not like them. Sorry. 7 is a popular book trope you're tired of seeing. I'm excited for this one. First one is the strong independent woman who doesn't want to wear dresses and doesn't want to be set up with a guy or whatever. I understand it and I appreciate what it's doing for feminist culture, but I'm so tired of seeing it. Another one is, wow, I'm a queen. Don't want to spoil it, but The Lunar Chronicles, I'm looking at you. Number 8 is a popular book or series that you have no interest in reading. All of these that I have down here are books that I've read the first one, but I'm like, I'm not continuing it. First one is Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. I've read Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, and I don't feel the need to go back. And quite frankly, I didn't care enough about Shadow and Bone to go back and read those two, and it was such a long time ago that I'd probably have to reread the first one anyways. Just not interested, even though they're beautiful, I'm sorry. The second one that I have written down here is Throne of Glass by Sarah J Maas. I read the first one and my nose is itchy! I read the first one and I really liked it when I read it, and I think I gave it 5 stars, and I had full intentions of continuing it. But it's just so long, it's such a big commitment. I don't feel invested enough to commit to such a long series with books that are getting thicker and thicker. The last question is a movie or TV show adaptation of a book or series that you like more than the book. For this, I'm going with The Perks of Being a Wallflower. I'm sorry. I just didn't like it, but I watched the movie and I enjoyed it, so just gonna leave it at that. And bonus question, because there are quite a few tropes that I like, and there's not a question in here about a popular trope that everyone hates but you love. And I just want to mention that I really, really like love triangles, but not love triangles where it's obvious, where the author doesn't give each of them an equal chance. I hate that. But I really enjoy it when each love triangle person has an equal chance of being chosen. It's like this in Pivot Point, which I mentioned earlier, and in The Kiss of Deception from what I've read. I just love that trope so much. So give me more like love triangles that aren't stupid, because I feel like they're hard to find. That's the end of the Unpopular Opinions book tag. I really hope this SD card hasn't run out of memory. My name is Nina, this is Molly. I'm gonna go edit this video now and get it up for you guys. Or I'll see you guys next time, bye! This is the most awkward smile I've ever done in my entire life. The Diviners by Libba Bray is another one that I didn't like, probably for obvious reason. Let's just pull up my review real quick. Oh! I lied. I gave it 3.5 stars. I'll probably just edit that out or leave it in to embarrass myself, or to be like, you know, quirky and relatable. Okay, that's good enough. I don't even know what my vision is for this thumbnail. Deuces.